Well, we just went and got something to eat. I wanted to digest what took place today. My God, it was cold. I'm sitting here right now, and I have like the heat pumping in my car. It is +6 with the cold rain. With the wind and the rain, it's got to be somewhere around 0. This is absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe it was this cold all day long. And for everybody to show up, like James and Jody and Louie, and and I'll tell you what a good set of hands that kid Drew Neal has. This kid filled in for Travis Cullen because Travis Cullen was in London racing today. London had a race card at the exact same time as we had our open house. Obviously, it started a little later, 12 o'clock, but wow. A little crazy for sure. I'm going to run through what I saw today. All the sets, all the horses, for the most part. I can do the other stuff tomorrow. I guess it's Sunday, isn't it? I don't know if I have. I do have it. I guess I can do it. Yeah, all right. I'll go through all the sets, how they went today, and then I'm going to go through, run through the babies really fast. You know what? Why am I doing that? I'll just do all the babies because we have the scratches here too. I'll do everybody. I'm going to do everything right now. So the first set, you saw no drone today on our open house. I was freaking out. Curtis said, I'll fix it. They hang my older brother Lloyd out the sunroof, the moonroof of his car, and they're doing, on the outside of the track to keep up those horses, they're doing 40, 50 kilometers an hour in the car, hanging Lloyd out the moon roof of the car, and Curtis is driving. It's a pretty cool view now for the horses that made breaks or were gapped off a bit. It was really hard to see, but considering how bad a day it was and what took place, wow, what a save. First set, globe-trotting, got a look at the Kia Sportage with the lunatic hanging out the moon roof. She didn't want any part of that. She made a break. Mike Safdie said he couldn't get her attention the whole training mile. He said, finally, I hit her a swat over the ass when the car was gone away. He said, I tried the last half in 104. She was very good. He said, really nice filly, and she is a nice filly. She does see a lot. Was she going to need like a fly mask on? Maybe. I hate using them, but she sees quite a bit more than the other horses and takes it all to heart. So maybe globe-trotting needs a fly mask on her. Maybe we'll try that on her next time. Fox Valley Shazam. Hobbles were a bit tight. Louis Philippois didn't know her. He said the hobbles were jerking the bike pretty good. I didn't want to put her in gear. She followed good. She did everything good. She's going to go to Mohawk in the next couple of weeks and train. Although she is an Ontario bred and I don't want her ready too early, I do want to make sure that she's ready in a proper time. Bend Over continued his forward march today. Really, really good today, this horse. Did everything really nice, especially considering about how he was last year. I was really happy with Bend Over. Enduring Strength, he saw the car, made a break. He said, James kind of crowned him. He made a few excuses for him. Regardless, the horse made a break, came up trotting, and was flying the last half. Now, this set, I'll tell you right now, 1 mile and 2.7 and a bit, 2.8. Enduring Strength's last half must have been very fast for him to catch up and finish up at the field. He was good. Miss Mischief Maker, I missed on the end of it. James said she made a break, but she was trotting really, really well up until that point. That's the second time she made a break down by the wire on James. I've never ever seen her get out of gear down the lane, so I don't know what to tell you. We had the track graded Saturday afternoon, so it was a little bit deep. All day we were trying to screen it and keep it a little tight without stirring up any of the bottom stuff, and yeah, the track was the track. And take in mind, I don't tell everybody the times because the track probably is a little bit short. And even if they went 2.4, 2.5, 2.7, or 2.10 today, doesn't matter. It's all about what they're going to do in another month or so when they get over to Mohawk. So Miss Mischief Maker made a little break. We got a real good look at Drew Neal. That kid, he's got to be, 19, 20 years old, and did a great job on these horses today. Sebastian Ray flying up the inside to win the training set. And looked unbelievable doing it. Horse looked as good as I've ever seen him. Kid looked tremendous. This is a kid, sure, even if you don't care, even if you come to the TheStable.ca open house, he cares. He doesn't want to look bad. He knows how many people watch it. You don't want to look bad. He looked great, that kid. Great set of hands on him and a nice kid. I hope he does really good. because he definitely did a great job for us today. Thank you very much, Drew Neal. Heavenly Skies tied up a little bit. I saw her afterwards. She was stiff. Came from Blair's barn to our barn. It's not really new scenery also, but it's old for her. You know, she got in the truck, came over here, warmed up, then went a mile. She made a few breaks, and Blair said indeed she had tied up. Jailhouse Master, wow, he continues to impress. Jody said these are really nice colt. That colt. Very impressed with what I saw from Jailhouse Master. Just trying to think. I thought Jody said he went a mile 2.9, but I could be wrong. And I thought that Steve and them said they were going around 2.7, 2.8. Either way, very good mile from Jailhouse Master. Great job from him, and Jody looked great. That was set 1 for the most part. Really, really good set. Set 2 came out with Emerald Mist, Brush Cut, Beach Boutique, Trafalgar, Excellent Nation, Arctic Force, Beach Bum BB, and they were throwing heat today, this bunch. Mile in 2.6, I think. Emerald Mist, Stevie went to file her across the track because she's so fast in the last turn, and she just got out of gear. Didn't quite make a break, but get out of gear and then finished up right with them fast. But really, she would have won otherwise. I think she had a big, big kick on the end of it. Brush Cut, Jason had moved him hard to the front and then ended up letting somebody go. It's really hard to move horses in the last half of a mile. It wasn't really Jason's fault, just the way that the training mile took place. But Brush Cut was very good. Beach Boutique, you saw her make a little break on Drew halfway down the lane. He said she just wandered a bit. There was a horse coming here, there's a horse coming here. I tapped her on the tail with the whip and she rolled off. I'm going to make a little shoeing adjustment with Beach Boutique in the coming weeks. Not concerned at all. This filly has been lights out all along. The fact that she made a break today just means she's mortal. she's okay. Trafalgar, Louis Philip Wall loved this filly. He said to me after, he said, she go very fast, but she don't work hard. And he looked at me to see if I understood. I said, yes, I know what you mean. And he liked her a lot. He asked about buying shares in her afterwards. I'll happily oblige him if he wants to. But I told you guys, watch Trafalgar and Capistrano. Capistrano didn't really get a chance today, but Trafalgar did. Louis put her on the front, and then if you're watching the end of the mile, he's kind of looking for room. She's lumbering through the inside. She looked really, really good. Excellent Nation got up to beat them all at the end of the mile. And this is a colt that was pulling up a little bit at the wire. I watched him after he paced through the wire, through the turn. Starting to look really, really good. Great job. Danny did a great job with this horse. Arctic Force, probably the biggest last half of the entire set, maybe the day. I know he come a half in a minute with him. Now a minute tracks might be a little short. It's freezing cold today. That was a big last half for Arctic Force. I watched the whole set. We were at the restaurant getting a bite to eat. I watched the whole set. He was way back at the half and flying at the wire. Beach Bum BB kind of got jammed up. James had to move her to the front, and she got a little headstrong. I know, just the thing for this filly. We're going to train her with racehorses in about 2.2 in 10 days. She's just a little bored. She needs to be stretched out, and she needs to be worked hard. She can't do it in that setting, so we're going to bring her over to Mohawk and train her with some racehorses in the coming weeks. So that was set number 2. Set 3 saw Rose Run Valiant, Classic Con, Cheatin' Dixie, Crazy Mission, Havana, Ooh Na Na. Enjoy My Life was scratched. She was never really supposed to be in the program. She was turned out for 4 weeks. Brought her back in. She looks like $1 million, but 5 days jogging off a month. I couldn't possibly put her in a set. She would have been up to it. I can guarantee you that. But I certainly wasn't going to do that. Tiamo Hanover and Time Will Dazzle. When the dust settled, Havana, Ooh Na Na put a man-sized beating on them. 2.8 and a bit, I believe. Last half in 1-1 and 4, 102. But looked very, very good doing it. Crazy Mission made a little break. Paul McKenzie told me after the hobbles were a little loose. His head was a little low. He said, Anthony, I actually do like, because I'd asked him, I need a report on this colt because I'm thinking of sending him to the sale. 12 are heading to the sale tomorrow. I will give you those 12 in a minute. Crazy Mission is not on that list only because I don't think he'll bring anything at the sale. He's too small. I can sell him privately for what I'm going to get for him at the sale, I believe. So why not let it pan out for another couple of weeks? And if it doesn't work out, fine, we'll sell him. But Paul liked him today. Mario's always high on him when he goes. Now, this is a horse that at the same time Bendover was not going forward. Neither was this colt. Bendover's changed his ways. Crazy Mission has not found his way back to the better path, so to speak, yet. A little frustrating, but nevertheless, his name's not on the list for tomorrow. And that really is the only reason why, is because I believe he's too small. And I own a massive chunk of this horse. If people want out on him, that's fine too. But I just don't think bringing him to sale is going to help us. Who else do we got? Rose Run Valiant. Rose Run Valiant went a very good mile. Drew Neal went with him and liked him a lot. Said, geez, he's really got some trot to him. I said, I know. He's a nice colt. This colt we've been waiting on a long time. We haven't really punched his ticket yet and really pushed him. But Drew pushed him today. I said, make sure you bring him back tired. And he was tired when he came in, but he worked hard today, this colt. Looked good doing it. Classic Con, Mario was safe with him. I think he looked better. I was happy with what I saw on the track. I'm going to catch up to Mario tomorrow and ask him point blank what he thought of him. Obviously, a lot more work to do here. This colt needs to be ready. The end of June. So Classic Con, okay today. Okay. Cheatin' Dixie made breaks in the same place. I'm going to take her over to Mohawk, this filly. She's sound now. She can't get through that last turn, which is a problem because New York Sires are mostly on half-mile tracks. Is it just this track? Because we've had that before. Or is it a half-mile track? I don't know. But we're going to start taking her over to Mohawk and training her. She's ready to go mile probably in 2:10, 2:12. She didn't train as much as everybody else, but she has as much work in her as most of the other horses. So, Cheatin' Dixie, a couple of breaks today, a little upsetting. You know, Jody let her barrel into the turn a little bit. She made a break, and then she made one on the next time around on him. She's done that for all of us. So I think maybe we'll just take her to Mohawk next week. Crazy Mission, as I said, made a little break, but looked good afterwards. Paul was actually happy with him. He's not going to the sale, but he could have been. Had he been a little bigger and looked like he brought a little more money, I would have sent him. I would have had to. He just has not done enough the last 3 weeks to make me keep him. Only thing saving him is, the reality is, he's small. He probably wouldn't bring anything at the sale. Is he just worth dumping him right now? Maybe. Maybe I'll sleep on it. But as we go to bed tonight, I don't think Crazy Mission will be going to the sale. Havana Una Na was fantastic. James put her on the front and obliterated them. I'll be very honest with everybody. James like, she's okay. She's okay. She came out from 1-1 apiece. Looked great today. I think James is used to going with some of those stronger Pennsylvania breds, but this filly's just got to go to Indiana. It's not like Indiana's a walkover. It certainly is not. But it's not Pennsylvania either. And I believe that Havana Una Na showed today she's dialed in. She's got it all put together properly. Really happy with what I saw from that filly today. Tiamo Hanover looked great. Louis said after, he goes, he very sharp. He pull a lot. So I think we got to put a set of earplugs in Tiamo Hanover, but he did his work very, very good. Very happy with him. Time Will Dazzle, Mike Safdie said she was great. A little bit lazy. You're right, she is. But when we got to really spark her up, I don't think it'll be a problem. Time Will Dazzle was good again today. That's 3 sets in the books. Set number 4, Hometown Boys, Muscle Chrome, Nancy Allison, Olympic Hopeful, Compass Rose DC, Path of Totality, Rooney, Blue Chip, Canadian Titan, and Blair Burgess brought his horse over. That is Remember I'm Royal. Remember I'm Royal made a break. Path of Totality made a really odd break in the middle of the straightaway. Did she see the car? Did something happen? I haven't talked to Danny O'Brien about her yet. I was happy with the way she trained the other day. A little disappointed with the break today, but I already know how good this filly is. She'll come around. Compass Rose DC, he said she just kind of shied from something, which she will do, but he said the last half she was very, very good. Muscle Chrome made a break in the same place Path of Totality did. May have been something there that spooked him. I'm not sure. Those are the breakers. Ones that didn't break. Hometown Boys. I think he said he went a mile in. Who's in here? Mile in 2:09. So Hometown Boys went a mile in 2:11, 2:10. Looked pretty good doing it though. Getting better every week, a little bit better. You never see that big jump forward from Hometown Boys. But I would say in his defense, I haven't seen any regression either. So Hometown Boys was okay. Muscle Chrome made that break. Nancy Allison, I was really just kind of looking at a one eye to see if she'd stay at it today, but she warmed up good. She wears a lot of weight up front, but it seems like every time we try to take that weight off, she just doesn't trot. Had the hobbles on today. First week she's ever had them on. She was awesome today. James just come first over and said she was a little peggy from here and there. He said, but ultimately she was very, very good. She was a race winner very easily. Olympic Hopeful looked good. Mike Safdie said, gee, she's really keen. I like this filly a lot. Philly's just got to go out to Illinois and do well. At least I believe we're going to be sending you a sound one this year, Angie Coleman, in Olympic Hopeful. Compass Rose DC made that little break, as did Path of Totality. Rooney Blue Chip didn't make any breaks. He looked awesome today. Very, very happy with Rooney Blue Chip. The big colt by Trixton out of the Sister to Crazed, and he looked very good. One horse I was certain would probably run. She's had a rough 3 weeks. Couldn't get her right. Then she jumped on her foot, and her pastern blew up. Canadian Titan. She looked good today. Joey, I know you're out there watching, wondering about Canadian Titan. She was very good today. You don't ask me, you don't believe me, call Paul McKenzie. He thought she was very good. I said, Paul, I don't know your chances here. I said, just do your best. He came off, he says, nothing to this thing. She was awesome. So very happy to see that. We've been tinkering and tinkering and tinkering. Shoes and equipment. Finally, we got her right. I think Canadian Titan was good today. And then remember, Emerald also made a break. That's 4 sets in the book. Set 5, Fuss Pot, Wiggle Delight, Inland Beach, Classy Will, Marzank Hanover. Now, Marzank Hanover broke her head check in this set and had to go later on. So we'll talk about her in a bit. Capistrano, Miss Brampton Beast. Miss Brampton Beast took her seat back on the throne today. She looked easily the best looking filly on the track today, I thought. Now, hold on. Need Your Opinion was very... I spoiled it. We'll get to that in a minute. A couple other fillies were good, but Miss Brampton Beast, 2-5, 2-4 and a piece on that track last half in a minute. She's got to go back into neutral for a while, this filly. There is no need for her to be ready this early. Miss Brampton Beast was awesome. Fuss Pot made a little break at the 5/8. I said to Jody, just go easy with her. Or put her on the front. Same thing. So he put her on the front, I guess, and she made a break at the 5/8. Inland Beach cleared to the front and was strong to the wire. Miss Brampton Beast picked her off. Wiggle Delight was on the outside third. Now, I've been telling everybody, Classy Will's safe. He's safe. He's not going to the sale. I didn't like the way he went today. I was very disappointed with the way he went, so I am going to send him to the sale. But I'm going to send him to the sale, and I'm going to tell Jason we're going to put a reserve on Classy Will, only because I see flashes of possibilities there, and they always have another sale in the middle of the summer. I'll race him in the B tracks or race him in the fairs if I have to, and then sell him. But he might bring good money because he is a gorgeous looking colt. He went a mile in 2.7, 2.8 today. There's nothing wrong with that. Classy Will was pretty good. Picked off late. Capistrano was flying late. Jason didn't know the filly, and she was on the line a little bit, and he kind of nursed her around. If he had just shook her off the line and let her pace, she might have made a break. Maybe she would have. I don't know. But she also went a mile 2.7 last half in like 59 seconds. She was very, very good. So for the most part, an uneventful set, or a very eventful set, because Miss Brampton Beast looked great. Inland Beach looked great. Wiggle Delight looked great in there. Classy Will did not, and he'll be heading to the sale because of it. And Capistrano did look very, very good. So 5 sets down. We're now up to number 6. Harness AM, yours if you want it. Knockdown, drag out, really blue chip. Sebastian Yu, spend that money. There was a man beating put on some horses today. Sebastian Yu looked like he could have went around 13, maybe 14 more times. Knockdown. Here's the problem. When you get away 4th or 5th and they come halves in 1-1, May 12th, on a half-mile track, you're not making up any ground. Knockdown Dragout got away 4th. She had to have trotted a half in a minute a bit, 1-1. Now, again, this track's short, so maybe that's 102. Does it matter? It was freezing cold today. A horse that should catch everybody's eye after today. Spend that money. Wow, she looked tremendous in behind Sebastian Yu. Really blue chip. Jody said it was my fault. I kind of drug her out off cover, and she just rolled off. She was lights out other than that. So really blue chip was good. Knockdown Dragout was good. Harness AM closed up strong. And yours if you want it made a little break at the 5/8, but James says trotted his last half in a minute to catch up to them. So that was a very, very strong set. That was set 6. On to set 7, Overdue Mission, Johan. Just for Me and You, Libero Hanover, Rose Run Versatile, Spirit of Dio. One of the best miles of the day was put in by Libero Hanover. Paul McKenzie put a big move on them at the 5/8 pole, cleared off the lead, and drove away. Just for Me and You looked awesome and trotted right with them. They went a mile 2.6. Johan was right there. I had the hobbles on Johan really, really tight, and I told James, you know what, better tight than loose today. I don't want him running. They were too tight. So he ended up right there with those two. Rose Run Versatile. It's a filly that's 6 weeks short of everybody else, and she was closing up strong to be 4th. Overdue Mission was a good 5th. Now, Paul I know I'm going to get an email saying we should have taken her to Mohawk. We can't move the open house to Mohawk. She did not get around the track good today. Track was very deep, and Spirit of Dio did not get around the track well today. She's going to start going to Mohawk right away. I told Paul a month, but that was 2 weeks ago. Spirit of Dio can start going to Mohawk this coming week. She looked very good, but made a couple of breaks today. So that was set 7. Set 8, Bottle of Red, Giddy Up Max, Don't Believe Me, Just Watch, Frontier Cruise, I'll Play It Alone, McPherson Thunder, Sunshine Shade, and Need Your Opinion. The little filly that has no quit in her. Put it on them again today. Need Your Opinion. Was on the front, let one go. Ended up like first over and won the set handily and looked fantastic doing it. Giddy Up Max struggled in the deeper stuff in the last turn. He didn't make a break, but he was a little clappy at times. Bottle of Red struggled also. They come up big last half, 1-1 and a piece. This bunch went a mile in 2-4 and 4, Jody said. So even if you say 2-7, Bottle of Red was good, but struggled a bit today in the deeper stuff. Giddy Up Delight, Don't Believe Me, Just Watch was very good. Frontier Cruise, Blair made them work for it. He was tough today. I'll Play It Alone, James come a big last half, but got away at the back, and you see him after the mile knifing through everybody. He's getting on my nerves, this horse. He needs to be stretched out, and he needs to do it. He's another horse that needs to go with racehorses for the next 3 weeks, and that's exactly where he's going. He's going to be going over to Mohawk really, really soon. McPherson Thunder, still a little bumpy. He was good, but still needs some more work. This colt's probably not going to be ready till July 15th or so. I'm happy with him. I'm not unhappy with him, but I could be happier with him. So McPherson Thunder was okay. Sunshine and Shade was good. He got beat fair and square by Need Your Opinion. You know, she came first over into his grill and made him like it and beat him down the lane. And it's not so much. Sunshine Shade's a giant horse. Need Your Opinion small. There was no quitting her today. She was like a little pit bull. She could smell blood. She wheeled up alongside of him, and there was no going away. She just paced right by him down the lane and was probably as good, or what wasn't as an impressive or more impressive than any other horse today. Obviously, Miss Brampton Beast was very good. I don't know if she wants any part of Need Your Opinion right now. These fillies, both of them look really good. Both of them are Ontario bred, so they're both going to go into neutral here for the next few weeks. So that's 8 sets out of the way. Set 9. Not the toughest set. McNugget heading to the sale tomorrow. Master Treaty heading to the sale tomorrow. Now, Drew Neal told me Master Treaty's okay. Told me he's crazy, but he said no, he's okay. Rockin' Out Loud heading to the sale tomorrow. Utopian made a little break. Utopian, you can see him. The first time somebody goes to them, he always ends up at the back. He puts a couple little steps in and they just snug him up. This colt, I got to get him over to Mohawk and work him harder. Watch Avenue hasn't done anything for 2 weeks and went out and trained today, went a mile in 2:10. He shouldn't have been able to do that. That was a good mile from Watch Avenue. I was very impressed with this colt today. Zeb's Sunshine was decent, and then Debbie O'Brien and Moran's horse, Siacon, she asked if she could send her filly with us. She did, if I remember correctly. Jody was going to win with McNugget, it looked like, and she made a break in the last turn. Still ended up okay, but Watch Av got up to beat McNugget, Master Treaty, and Siocon were right there, and then it was a ways back. And Zeb Sunshine, too, I believe. Then it was a bit back to Utopian, who had got a little rough, and Rockin' Out Loud, who had made a break. They were a little ways back. But take nothing away from Watch Avenue. Very happy with him. McNugget was better. For those of you out there wondering if you're going to buy McNugget on Tuesday, she did okay. She went a mile in 2:10 today. 2:10. May 12th for a 2-year-old year. Nothing really to scoff at. So, that's set 9. Set 10, the last set of the day. Pine Creek, Sometimes Things Happen. Susie K. Time All Kazam was scratched. We'll talk about him under here. We get the scratches here in a minute. Willpower Fashion and Ailson. Ailson, again, had a curb crowd. This was her first training trip in 2 weeks. She looked great. Willpower Fashion, I thought, hung on to win in 2-9. But Louis Philippe Waugh says he come back up and just beat him at the wire with Susie K. I don't know. Susie K looked much better today, even better than she's been looking. Very happy with her. I thought Willpower Fashion looked good with Blair Burgess. Pine Creek made a break, but come back trotting to finish 4th. She looked good too. Now, for those of you out there looking at Pine Creek saying, I might buy this filly out of the sale, Pine Creek, the second dam, is the dam of Cruzado della Noche, the horse that won the international trot last year, and then won the Cutler last week at the Meadowlands. This is out of a sister to that horse. Pine Creek will be heading to the sale. Sometimes things happen. Stayed at it and did his work today. Good for Sticks. He was very, very good. Pine Creek made a little break, come out. She went a good mile afterwards. Sometimes things happen. Susie K was great. Willpower Fashion was good. So was Ale Son. That is it. That's all of them. That's all the sets. That's the whole day. I will talk about the scratches. Time Out Kazam, we scratch him. He had a little pinched nerve or something in his neck. He was acting weird last week. Nothing serious, I don't think, but he was not ready to go today. We've just been going easy with him. So he had the day off. And Taro still has that hind leg injury. He'll be off till the fall. Cabernet came back. Her first day back was today. I don't know. I think she might have jogged actually this morning. Her first day back was today. Forged in Fire is coming back from the university. We had to get his throat operated on. He's going to be done till the fall also. French Twist isn't really scratched. We sold him to Danny. Danny says he's going good, so good for him. And Gold Watch is turned out. He's been turned out for a while. He's going to stay turned out till July. So that's it. That's all the babies. That's all the sets. That's everything that went on today. My God, it was cold. What a good day. What a great day. Over 300 people showed up in the freezing, freezing cold to walk around, watch some horses train in the cold. I can't thank everybody enough for coming out to the open house. What about the drivers? It's not like these guys are under contract. Yeah, James is my brother and he helps us out in the morning, but, you know, and Mario too. Louis Philippe Watt, and then Drew, you know, for those of you who don't know Drew Neal, this kid could have a very good driving career in front of him. That's a light set of hands on that kid. He did a great job today. Louis did a good job with his horses. Blair was helpful. Paul McKenzie came over to go with horses. Who else do we got? Danny ended up going with some horses. Well, Steve Labonte did a great job today with his horses also. So that's everybody. And Jody, I mean, you just, I can't thank everybody enough for all the help and all the well wishes on my wing. It's healing up nice. Another 4 or 5 weeks, I guess. I get the wires out of my wrist. I didn't really know what the wires look like, but this is a temporary cast. My fiberglass one goes on Wednesday. Fiberglass one goes on Wednesday. I didn't know what the wires look like, but the cast is a little loose now, and I can see it. Looks like a coat hanger. It's weird. Anyway, they'll be coming out in 4 or 5 weeks. I told everybody, hell or high water. July the 3rd, I will be driving in Ohio and Pennsylvania. Do you hear that hand? Hell or high water. The vet said 6 weeks and rehab, 8 if you're lucky. I told him it will be 8 weeks and 3 days from the day I hit the track to the day I drive. So, again, thanks everybody. I hope you had a good day if you come out. Sorry about the weather, but just the way it is. What about the job Curtis did? You know, figuring the car. One brother hanging out the roof like a lunatic, the other one driving like a lunatic, but brought everybody a different angle, pretty cool angle, but a different angle, and all was well. So, I'm going to come back in a minute. I'm going to talk about the stables, how they did this week. Wasn't a great week for the stable. Heard that a lot this year, haven't we? And I'm going to be back again. I'm going to tell you who's heading to the sale tomorrow morning. We have 12 of them. 12 will be going on the truck. Talk to you soon.